The name of the song is called Fighters by Cheryl Fortune. For all the single moms out there. I just want to play a little snippet of that song because I truly believe that it is a woman's anthem. And I will say for all of us single moms out there that that's definitely a song that you need to listen to every day, because it's a song about encouraging us as women that we are fighters. We fight our way through. We make it through. We get through, and we keep pushing, and we keep going. And nothing that gets in our way can stop us. Nothing. And so from that, I want to come on here and talk about single momming it. This is the title. Single momming it. Don't know if that's an actual word, which is probably not, but it is something I was thinking about this morning on my way home from dropping my kids off at school. So let's talk about it a little bit. I jotted down some things, and what I write down, I take it and I put it on my website. And my website is www.rebuildingwomencom.wordpress.com. Oh, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is LaShonda. I'm a single mom of two. I'm a hairstylist. I have a health and wellness business. And I also have a Quotes of Women's page. You could check that out. That's on my Facebook page, LaShonda Lurks. And I also have an Instagram page. That's LaShonda Nicole 97. I post more on Instagram than I do on Facebook, so you can follow me on either one. But I do post in my Quotes of Women's page every other day. So go check those out. My Quotes of Women's page is just a page that I created for women who may need the daily motivation to keep going, to keep pushing, no matter what life looks like. And the quotes that I find that I post are relatable to me. And so if it's relatable to me, then I know it can be relatable to you. So go check it out and let me know what you think. So let's talk about a single mommy it. Single mommy it means that you are doing everything by yourself, right? So that means you are getting no help from the other parent, and you are getting help from your family, or maybe not. But for us as women, the biggest thing that we want and that we think that we need is having the other parent in a child's life. And because that isn't always the case of the other parent helping you raise that child, we have to learn to accept where we are. We have to learn to accept the situation and deal with it the way that it is, because we can't change it. We can't change the other person. We can't do it no matter how hard we try, and Lord knows I know that we have tried, because I know I have. But it's like a never-ending battle. So stop battling with the other parent, and you take all that strength and all that power that you are battling the other parent with, and you put that time and energy into yourself. You put that time and energy into your kids. Because at the end of the day, When you wake up every morning, when you go to sleep at night, guess who's going to be looking you in your face? Your kids. They don't know what's going on. They don't have a clue. None at all, unless you tell them. But even if you tell them, they still don't quite understand it. So why breathe them into a situation they know nothing about? All they know is that the other parent isn't there, right? And so you keep that going until they get older, and you gradually just tell them what mom does. Don't tell them what the other parent isn't doing. You tell them what mom does. Now, as they get older, into the teenage years, now you may have to break it down to them just a little bit. Like, listen, this is what I do for you. And you got to break it down to them, and it's not so much in a negative way, but just sit them down and let them know, like, mom was always here. Mom has done everything in her power for you. Whatever you need, whatever you wanted, mom tried her best and worked her butt off to get the things that you wanted and to make sure you have the things that you need. And the things that you need are a roof over your head, a car to ride in, and food on your table, clothes on your back, and shoes on your feet. Those are the necessities. And those don't come for free because we work to get you those things, right? And so we don't always have that support of the other parent, but we do have the support of our families. And let me tell you, if you have the support of your family, you thank God for them. You thank God because they don't have to do what they do. They don't. But they do it because they see your struggle. They see what you're going through. They see that it's hard. And matter of fact, they've been through the same thing. So you thank God and you also thank them. I used to be the person when people offer me things, I'm like, no, that's okay. I got it, whatever. But things get hard sometimes. And now when my family offers me things, I just say thank you. Because I know deep down, I need it. I need that help. So why say no? That's okay. And knowing you need the help. Do you understand? Yes, it's hard. It's hard saying no to people who's offering you something from their heart. But you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to look at that it's not just you. You have your kids that you're raising. You have your kids who have wants and needs. And sometimes your family going to have to step in and give those kids their wants and needs. And you just say thank you. And you teach them to say thank you as well. So, as single moms, we are sometimes working 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough. And we are working these 2 and 3 jobs because we aren't getting any support from the other parent. We're not getting any child support from the other parent, even though they're supposed to be paying. Is it fair? No, it's not. But guess what? You can't let that stop you. You can't stop moving. You can't stop going. You can't stop working. Because guess what? If you do, what are you going to have? You're not going to have anything. Your kid's not going to have anything. So yes, we have to suck it up and get out there and keep pushing, keep doing what we got to do to make sure we all are taken care of. Let's see. And also sometimes as single parents, even if we are working 2 or 3 jobs, yes, sometimes we have to reach out there and get help from the system. And guess what? That's okay too. You get what you can from the system and you make that work, right? Until you get to where you want to be. And once you get to where you want to be, then you will no longer need that. But just know, I don't care what, you need the help. You need the help. And if the help is out there, to get it, because you are struggling, you are tired, you can't make ends meet, then do what you got to do for you and your kids. And do what you got to do. It's okay. And you don't have to tell everybody what you got going on. You just do what's best for you. You just make sure that y'all are fed every night. That y'all have running water. That y'all have a roof over your head. That make sure y'all have a car to drive. All that stuff takes money. And we don't have necessarily money for all that stuff. And so if we could get help with food, keeping food on our table, then you do that. That is okay. That is okay, because just know, I'm going to be real. When it comes to, the other person not paying their child support, guess what? Eventually, you're going to get that money. Yeah, and guess what? You ain't going to get it when you need it. You ain't going to get it when you want it. You're going to get it when God is ready to give it to you. So you have to let that part go and keep doing what you do. And don't let nothing or no one stop you. And just know that you got this. You got it. You got it because God got you. He got your back each and every day, through every hardship, through every circumstance, through every struggle. He's there. And all you got to do is just reach out. Just call on him. But even when you don't, he's still carrying you. Carrying you along the way, helping you make decisions, helping you do things that you would have never thought of doing. You think you just coming up with those ideas by yourself? No. God is helping you do those things. Let's see. Have some of the stuff I've already talked about. So let's see. Being a single mom isn't easy, but it's worth it. Yes, we have our days to where I can't do this no more. It's so hard. Yes. But you pull yourself back up and you get yourself together and you make it happen. Keep making it happen. Because let me tell you, change is going to come. It's going to come, and all you're going to be able to do is fall on your knees and say, Lord, thank you. I didn't see this coming. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. I didn't think I was going to get it. I thought it was going to be forever. But guess what? Forever just came. So just hold on. It's okay. It's okay. And while I'm on here telling you that it's okay, I'm talking to myself as well, because I have my days. Lord knows I do. But I know I have to keep pushing. I can't stop. I can't. I've been doing this thing for some years now, and I can't stop. And I won't stop. And I won't feel right if I did stop. No, that's just not in me. I'm going to keep going until me and my kids get to where we want to be. Do you understand? So next year, 2019, I want a house. So this year, I'm working on that. I'm working on my credit. I'm working on, saving. I'm working on me, becoming a better person. I'm working on, I've always been pretty good with my money, but it's kind of been, I ain't gonna say hard to save, but I didn't put saving as a priority because I'm always paying bills. So now I put the savings as a priority because now I have a goal. My goal is to get us a house. That's it. That's all I want. A house to call home that me and my kids can come home to every day. My kids can go outside in the yard and play whenever they get ready. My kids have their own room. Do you understand? That's my goal. And guess what? I can't reach that goal if I stop. So, and that's one thing. Set goals. If you got dreams, set goals. One goal at a time. You do it one step at a time. Because once you start, it will become easier to do. And once you see progress, you're like, okay, I got this. I'm going to keep this going. I'm going to keep doing this. Because it works. Consistency works. So whatever you start, be consistent with it. Yeah, you may fall off a little bit, but don't fall off too long because then you'll never catch back up. But keep going. Keep going. Whatever your dreams and goals are, start making plans for it today. Write it down and do one thing at a time. And for those of you that are single moms, there are so many of us out here in this world. And if we could all come together as one and just encourage each other and just help each other and just keep pushing each other and just giving each other those encouraging words and just keep loving on one another, because we need that. Living this single mom life isn't easy. But my God, it's worth it because we love our kids. you know. And sometimes we love our kids more than we love ourselves, but we have to have love for ourselves as well. Because if you don't, how you going to teach your kids to love themselves? So yes, it first starts with us, and then it will roll over to them, and then you'll be able to teach them those things. We can uplift each other, give each other pats on the back, encourage one another, give each other advice, share ideas, and just learn how to be supportive just by having someone you know is relatable. It makes such a big difference when you can relate to someone's single mom life. And we aren't always in the same type of situation, but the experiences are the same. We learn, we experience things on different levels, but it all comes back to the same thing. Do you understand? It all comes back to the same thing, but we just got to those experiences in different ways. And experiences are lessons. We got to those lessons in different ways, and that's okay. Because see, what you went through will keep somebody else from going through the same thing, right? And so what you learned from it, then you can't teach somebody else what you learned from it, and that will keep them, or when they see it, or when it comes to them, they can say, okay, well, you know what? One of the moms talked about this, so let me sit back and pay attention and let me analyze this thing real quick before I jump into it. See, it will make you think before you react, because see, we are quick to react before we think about it. So first choose to think about it before you react to anything. Any life-changing experiences, just any experiences or any lessons, period, just or situations, I mean, think about it before you make that choice. You know, and that's why it's so important to find somebody to kind of hold you accountable. Find somebody that you can listen to, you know, and they share their experiences with you, and you share your experiences with them. Because, see, when you share experiences, you're teaching each other something. Because you could say, oh, well, I've been through that, but I didn't think about it like that. Because, see, now you're looking at it from somebody else's perspective. You're looking at it from somebody else's lesson. And that is so important. You know, and that's how I know I have grown so much. I sit back and I watch people, whoever it may be, and I take bits and pieces of things from people. Because even though I haven't experienced what they experience, if I see it, and if it comes to me, I can think back to what that person told me or what I heard that person say, and that will make me stop in my tracks and think before I react, right? And I'm gonna put this out there. It's important for relationships. If you're listening to people, if you're learning from people, before you enter into another relationship, you will know what questions to ask before you actually enter into that relationship. And you will know how you want to be spoken to. You will know how you want to be treated. You know what you will accept and not accept. Because the other mom went through that and she shared that with me. And so now I know that that's not what I want. You know, now the person that you was thinking about getting into a relationship with, you no longer want that relationship because of what somebody had shared with you. And so you take you take what people say to you. You listen to what people are saying that you don't know. If you're watching them on social media or whatever the case may be, you listen and you pay attention, even if you have to write those things down. But as moms and as women, we keep a lot of things here. And so one word can trigger something somebody told you. One word can trigger something somebody did. And so when those things triggers in your mind, then you know, okay, well, I remember this. So no, I'm not going to do that because I remember when such and such told me whatever. And this is what they learned from it. You know, you just have to be mindful. And you have to be careful, you know, especially being a single mom. Because being a single mom, yes, we get lonely. Yes, we want companionship. But do understand that sometimes at a point in your life, you just need to be able to just be by yourself. Get yourself together. Make sure you are at peace. Make sure your mind is clear. Make sure your heart is clear. And make sure that your kids have the same thing. But as long as you have peace, the kids will have peace. As long as you're happy, the kids will be happy. And so just always make sure that you keep that. And when you are thinking about entering a relationship, just make sure that they are kid friendly. Make sure that if they have kids, make sure they are doing what they're supposed to do with their kids. And just make sure that you know what you want, right? So you can, over time, relay that message to the other person. And if that other person isn't on the same level that you're on or wants the things that you want, then you will be okay with walking away. Because, see, you're not going to deter from that because you want what you want. Sometimes we done been through so much, and the more we go through, the less tolerant we are for the mess. And so we're not going to tolerate the mess anymore. So we know what mess looks like. We know what mess sounds like. And so you need to learn to recognize those things, because when you do, you're like, nah, I can't talk to you because you're not on my level. You got to know what your level is. You have to know. And knowing what your level is knowing who you are as a woman, knowing who you are as an individual, and knowing who you are as a mom. Know you better than anybody else will get a chance to know you. Give yourself that much. Know you, so you won't feel the need to feel like you was settled for being disrespected, talked down to, just treated any kind of way. For anybody to make you feel less than what you are, get to know you first. Because when you do, you will never allow anybody to make you feel less than what you are, because you know who you are. And I've always heard the same thing, know whose you are. And I'm like, what does that mean? And so over time, I'm learning because I'm getting to know myself more. Each and every day, I'm learning more and more about myself. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And I learned a lot of that from being married. Like, I learned a lot about myself. I learned what I didn't want. Right? And so after my marriage, I got into another relationship. And in that relationship, I learned who I am. I learned what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I was going to put up with, and all that crazy stuff. I knew what I wanted. I knew I didn't want what I experienced with my ex. And now with this other relationship that is now over, I've learned what I don't want from my next relationship. I know what I don't want. And I've learned to respect myself more in my past relationship. I've learned what I wanted, what I don't want, what I will not accept. But I didn't start to learn those things until the last 2 years of the relationship, because I felt like things started to change. And so because things started to change, I was like, okay, I'm no longer feeling the way I used to feel at the beginning. And what happened? He changed. He no longer did the things that he used to do. The things that he did to get me, he didn't keep doing those things. But I didn't question, well, why? Because it happens. It happens. And so because of that, I started to change. I started to focus more on me, my wants and my needs, instead of focusing so much on what he wanted and when he needed it. And so that's what made me start learning more about myself. That's what made me start standing up for myself. Now, he didn't do the things that my ex did, but some of the things were relatable. And one of them was disrespect. But it was a disrespect in a different kind of way. See, but disrespect comes in a different kind of way. With my ex, disrespect was the abuse, the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, the mental abuse. And with my past relationship, it was more of him doing things and not being mindful of my feelings. Not being mindful of how it's going to make me feel. pretty much not caring about what I thought, about what he was doing. Because in his mind, he thought he was doing the right thing. But in the process of you thinking you're doing the right thing, you hurting me. Nah. Nah, unacceptable. So it's certain levels to disrespect, but it's all about what you're going to take, right? And if it doesn't, one way to know that you're being disrespected is if you get a knot in your stomach. If you just get this tension, you get this feeling. If you question yourself, why did he say that and why did he do that? You got a problem. Disrespect. So as single moms, we don't always open up about how we're feeling, and what we want, or we really don't talk about our relationships to our friends. We talk, but we don't tell everything because we don't want people to look down on the other person. But let me tell you something. You talk that thing out, because when you talk that thing out to the person that you trust to be talking to, it will keep you from that hurt. It will keep you from that pain. Trust me. Because that person that you're confiding in can tell you something that can totally change your mindset and make you think otherwise. They will be giving you their perspective, and you take that and you think about it. And at the end of the day, you're going to be like, you know what? They had a point. You know what? They were right. You listen to people, but you make sure you listen to the right people. Don't listen to the people who are telling you what you need to do. But you listen to people who has had the experience, or can tell you they will ask you, can I tell you what I think? Not what you need to do. No. Because guess what you're going to do? You're going to keep staying in that same mess. Because now you feel like you got to prove something. You got to prove them wrong. You got to prove nobody nothing but yourself. You. Just know that you are important and you are worth it. Yes, you are a single mom. Yes, you're doing things on your own. But guess what? You are a person. You are an individual. You have feelings, and you have a right to want what you want when you want it, and to make sure that you as a single mom, you as a person, get what you deserve. But you must know what you deserve. Because sometimes we don't know what we deserve. Sometimes we don't know what we want. And so that's where we find ourselves accepting any and everything. And that's not the way it should be. So from this day forward, learn to choose you. Learn that it's okay if you're doing this thing by yourself. Learn that it's okay to wait on the one who's going to give you your heart's desire, who's going to give you what you need as a woman, and give your kids what they need as another person who's in their life, who loves their mom, who loves them, who's going to take care of them, who's going to just lead you the right way. You wait on that person. You wait until God sends you that person. Don't go looking. We go looking, we bound to run into anything. But being a single mom is not easy, but God knows it's worth it. And so I just want to come on here and chat a little bit about single momming it. And that's dealing with you, the other parent, current relationships, future relationships. You just got to just know you. Know you. Know who you are. Learn that about yourself. Write it down. That's what you do. Start journaling how you feel from day to day. Start journaling what you want, because it changes from day to day. So you don't know. But once you write it down and you could go back and read it, like, oh, okay, now I know this is what I need in my life. Now I know this is what I want in my life. And if nobody can bring that to the table, then guess what? It's time. Let's move on to the next. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm definitely coming out of my comfort zone. So I hope this reaches at least just one single mom, and you share this with other single moms, because everybody needs the encouraging words. Everybody needs to know that they are on the right track. Everybody needs to know that they are doing the right thing, and that it is somebody out there that's just like them. My name is LaShonda. I'm a single mom of two. I'm a hairstylist. I have a health and wellness business. I have I just launched a website on back in January, and it's www.rebuildingwomen.wordpress.com, and that's dealing with relationships, divorce, and life tips. Go check it out. I post on there at least once or twice a week. This, what I just talked about, will be posted on there as well. But I have many other things that may be relatable to you that may help you. And if it does, leave a comment and let me know that you enjoyed it, you liked it, and that it helped you. Share with your friends. Also, I have a Quotes for Women's page on my Facebook page. Go check that out. It's LaShonda Lurks, Quotes for Women. I post on there every other day. Relatable quotes that I can relate to, and I know if I can relate to it, you can too. And also you could go follow me on my Facebook page, LaShonda Lurks, and then I have an Instagram page, and that is at LaShonda Nicole 97. Also, I have a Twitter page. I'm beginning to get more and more, starting to post more on there, and that's at Nicole 3273. So everything kind of go inside of each other. But I thank you for listening. I hope this helps. And if it helps you, I'm sure it will help somebody else. And share it. Share it. All right. Have a good day.